Alright guys, Tom here and welcome to a new video, and today I'm doing my Monday Night Raw preview show for the 9th of December 2013. Shout out to Georgina because she wanted one, and this is the last Monday Night Raw before TLC 2013 Tables, Ladders and Chairs 2013 pay-per-view, of course live on Sunday night. Follow me on Twitter for live coverage throughout the pay-per-view at 1 AM in the morning, and also subscribe on my channel for predictions of every single freaking match for the TLC 2013 pay-per-view. As always, I will be predicting every single match. I always do it for every pay-per-view. You're in the right place if you love prediction videos, and I'll be doing an hour-long review at 4 in the morning of the pay-per-view, and that'll be uploaded as soon as I get it done. So, where is Monday Night Raw tonight, guys? It's in the Key Arena, Seattle, Washington, when it's, of course, at 1 AM UK time, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, 8, 7 Central, of course it always is. And this night's Monday Night Raw is, of course, very, very special. Well, they like to think it is because it's the Slammy Awards. You can vote on WWE.com, and there's actually exclusive awards on the WWE app you can actually vote for. Usually the Slammy Award shows are pretty good, with returns of Eve and Shawn Michaels already confirmed for tonight's Monday Night Raw. The matches in between the awards are usually filler matches, but with TLC next Sunday, this Slammy event should be slightly different compared to last year's, which is very, very bad because it was slap bang in the middle of two pay-per-views. The Monday Night Raw was just a random throwaway Monday Night Raw, so they tended to just throw in filler matches rather than actually build towards the pay-per-view, which is a couple of weeks away. So considering this is the last Raw before a pay-per-view, they should actually have a good show on their hands rather than filler matches like we had last year's Slammy Monday Night Raw, which is pretty shocking. Stick around till the end of the video where I will vote who I think will be winning each award on tonight's Monday Night Raw. So, our Raw preview, of course, we're going to talk about everybody, and the first thing we're going to talk about is Fandango versus Tyson Kidd at TLC 2013. On Sunday, the 8th of December 2013, which was yesterday, at a WWE live event, Fandango had "I Love Natty" written on his stomach. With only 5 matches so far on the TLC match card for Sunday, and the usual 7 or 8 on a pay-per-view, this match could easily be added tonight on Monday Night Raw for a Sunday match. They visited this feud in Raw when Raw was in Manchester a few weeks ago, and with Fandango and Tyson Kidd seemingly doing nothing on TV but heavily influenced on Total Divas, it is likely they will add these guys in a match to keep them relevant and build a short feud between them to end the year on a high. Also, Sin Cara, with Sin Cara apparently leaving the WWE and Hunico using the character of Sin Cara, basically Hunico's now become Sin Cara. They're still wanting to keep the Sin Cara gimmick, but they're using Hunico as the wrestler rather than the original Sin Cara. Sin Cara actually got an upset win over Del Rio last week on Monday Night Raw, and it doesn't take a genius to work out that Sin Cara will be picking up a few wins in the next few weeks to build his character back up and gain some momentum after the fact that he only returned last week on Monday Night Raw, so you should start building this guy up and give him a little bit of momentum after returning last week. With Hunico returning to WWE live events as the character Hunico this week, it's still unsure whether WWE will be dropping the Sin Cara gimmick. So basically, the storyline behind this is Hunico actually was at a few WWE live events last week as Hunico rather than Sin Cara. So a lot of people are still unsure whether they are actually going to keep with the Sin Cara gimmick, because it was announced last week that Sin Cara may be done with WWE. So the fact that Hunico appeared as Hunico on WWE live events last week, we're unsure if Sin Cara will be sticking around. The actual gimmick will be sticking around. It's unsure at the moment, but if Sin Cara is on Monday Night Raw tonight, it is likely he will get a victory and keep up some momentum. So for Paul Heyman, WWE.com has Paul Heyman listed to appear on Monday Night Raw. The ticket section has Paul Heyman as one of the listed superstars. He has been listed for a few weeks now on Monday Night Raw on the ticket section. I did actually mention this last week, how Paul Heyman was strangely advertised for tonight's Monday Night Raw last week when he usually isn't, but he's actually never made an appearance, even though he's been advertised for the last few weeks to appear on Monday Night Raw. With his client Brock Lesnar and former clients Curtis Axel, Ryback and CM Punk up for nominations, we could see Heyman return for an angle about one of these 4 superstars. Don't expect Brock Lesnar to return, as he will obviously be returning near a Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, but it is likely we could actually see Paul Heyman return on tonight's Monday Night Raw, maybe to pick up a nomination, an award for Brock Lesnar if he wins one of the nominations for match of the year, either the Extreme Rules match or the WrestleMania match, or he could actually be with a kind of a segment between CM Punk if he wins a nomination, or Ryback or Curtis Axel for the upcoming stars or oh my god moments. Also, AJ Lee versus Natalya. With AJ Lee easily winning the Diva of the Year awards on tonight's Monday Night Raw, she should definitely win it, and it's easily said that she will win it. They need to make Natalya look really, really strong on tonight's Monday Night Raw, so fans believe Natalya can actually knock off AJ Lee at the pay-per-view, because they've made AJ Lee look so strong over the last few months. You need to make Natalya as believable as possible to win. So I'm actually expecting Natalya to win on Sunday, and I actually expect her to pick up the Divas title on Sunday. So to make fans believe it will happen, they should book Natalya well tonight and make her go into Sunday with huge momentum over AJ Lee. This could be done in multiple ways, including giving her a pinfall or a backstage segment involving AJ Lee. But of course, they've been building AJ Lee up as the only decent diva in the WWE roster. They've obviously made her the predominant powerful diva. Nobody even comes close to her. So you need to concentrate on building Natalya up on tonight's Monday Night Raw to make fans believe that she could actually win on Sunday and become the new Divas champion. So, Daniel Bryan and the Wyatts. With Daniel Bryan's match with the Wyatts on Sunday, it is almost physically impossible for Daniel Bryan to win. But this is the WWE. What they should do tonight on Raw is give Daniel Bryan the momentum and lead fans into thinking Bryan will in fact overcome the odds on Sunday. This will make fans interested and want to tune in and buy the pay-per-view on Sunday night. They will also probably keep with the angle of Bray Wyatt inviting Bryan into the Wyatt family on tonight's Monday Night Raw. This will lead to Sunday, where questions are still arising over whether what the Wyatts are going to do with Daniel Bryan, making people tune in even more interested to see what's the haps with Daniel Bryan and the Wyatt family. So, CM Punk, the Shield versus CM Punk at TLC is probably one of the least interesting feuds at the pay-per-view in my opinion, and WWE really need to spend tonight's Raw building fans' anticipation into this match, as it's probably the least well-built match out of all the matches on the match card. So far, we have seen Punk face the Shield multiple times in different matches, and so far he has been speared and powerbombed to create this match. Pretty much an average Shield attack, to be honest. What they should do is do something memorable on tonight's Raw to build the excitement into this feud. There isn't any spark for this feud, and with a possible announcement table break or backstage attack, it could really fuel an interesting match. Kane also created this match, so we possibly expect him to be involved in this feud further tonight on Monday Night Raw, possibly helping the Shield with a stipulation that gives them even more of an advantage. So, the big one. John Cena versus Randy Orton, with the WWE Universe split on who will win this Sunday in one of the biggest matches of 2013. WWE really need to neutralize any momentum. This can be done by a spot at the end of the show where both superstars stare above the ring at the belts hanging in the air. You don't want to give either Randall or Cena momentum for Sunday, as this match has been purposely made so that it's so unpredictable people will buy the pay-per-view and want to see what the hell is up with the WWE Championship. What is going to happen on Sunday, so you need to neutralize any possible momentum that favors any of the two superstars. As long as WWE don't give either superstar extra momentum, people will keep split on who is winning, and this builds anticipation, amazing anticipation for the pay-per-view. As long as you don't give either Cena or Randy Orton momentum, everybody has no idea who is winning, and that's the perfect way you want to go into this match, which is probably the biggest match of 2013. So I've just gone into a new tab, and I'm actually going to vote on who I think is going to win all the actual awards WWE are posting for Monday Night Raw's Slammy Awards. So, Superstar of the Year, I actually think this is going to be possibly John Cena or Daniel Bryan. I think that the fact that John Cena knocked off The Rock at WrestleMania 29 in a very well-built match, it had so much anticipation, and the fact that he returned, he did so much for the company, he puts Daniel Bryan over so well at SummerSlam, he had an amazing match. I think that match was probably the biggest moment of 2013. It really swung or changed the momentum in WWE's 2013 year. It was a very, very big moment when John Cena left and opened the door for Daniel Bryan. But also, Daniel Bryan has really won over the fans. He's the most over guy in the WWE at the moment. Honestly, he won the WWE Championship a couple of times, and honestly, I think that I can see them swaying towards Daniel Bryan. I can also see John Cena or Daniel Bryan winning. Definitely don't see Randy Orton, CM Punk, Big Show, Brock Lesnar winning. They haven't done enough for me, in my opinion, to win Superstar of the Year. Randy Orton's a heel, he's probably not going to win. Brock Lesnar's a heel and only been around 3 times for a match. 5 out of 5 matches all 3 times, but honestly, I don't see him winning. A Big Show seems like they kind of ran out of ideas when they were doing the nominations for this. For me, it's either John Cena or Daniel Bryan, who have pretty much carried the company this year. Diva of the Year, presented by Eve, It's got to be AJ Lee, guys. The Divas champion, of course, it's got to be AJ Lee. Nobody even comes close to AJ Lee. I mean, the Bella Twins returned earlier this year. The Funkadactyls have only become relevant thanks to the Total Divas. Natalya, she's been around for ages, hasn't really done anything. Caitlyn, she had a good run as a Divas champion, but AJ Lee has absolutely ran away with the Divas title. And Eva Marie, fuck off. Double cross of the year. So either Triple H cost Daniel Bryan the WWE Championship at SummerSlam, Shawn Michaels super kicks Daniel Bryan at Hell in a Cell, Mark Henry's retirement speech on Raw, or Paul Heyman cost CM Punk the Money in the Bank contract at Money in the Bank. To be honest, I definitely see Triple H cost Daniel Bryan in the WWE Championship at SummerSlam winning this match. I think that was the point in the year that's changed the WWE. I mean, if you think of Summer and think about the big matches which have happened after that, 5-second moment? I mean, every single pay-per-view has been spun from that moment. It was such a big moment this year. Everybody was talking about it. I went absolutely mental. I marked out for Mark Henry's retirement speech. But really, what has Mark Henry done after doing that? I mean, he had a WWE title match against John Cena, which I actually thought he was going to win. But ever since then, he took a huge-ass break, turned face because he didn't really get a reaction. He hasn't really done a lot after that. I mean, Shawn Michaels super kicking and Daniel Bryan was so goddamn obvious. It didn't really get a much of a reaction either. The crowd didn't really care much. And Paul Heyman costing CM Punk the Money in the Bank contract, I mean, it made a lot of quite a big feud at SummerSlam between Brock and CM Punk, but they didn't really talk about the Money in the Bank briefcase a lot. I don't really think the Money in the Bank wasn't really about that. It was more about what Paul Heyman did rather than what it actually cost CM Punk. So for me, it'd have to be Triple H costing Daniel Bryan the WWE Championship. Such a big moment in 2013, and pretty much made me interested in the rest of 2013 for WWE. Match of the year presented by Bret Hart. Undertaker versus Punk. The Rock versus John Cena. Cody Rhodes and Goldust versus The Shield. And Triple H versus Brock Lesnar at Extreme Rules. There's a few matches I don't think are winning this. I don't think Triple H and Brock Lesnar are winning that Extreme Rules. It was an average match. It was pretty much a feud which had died, but they just wanted to spiral it out for one more pay-per-view, which is an okay match. Fans weren't really interested in it at all. Cody Rhodes and Goldust versus The Shield. I mean, it was for the tag team titles, but at the end of the day, it was an average match. I mean, it had a lot of emotion behind it, but it wasn't a particularly good match. I mean, it was a great match, but compared to the big matches of Taker and Punk and Rock versus Cena, it doesn't really come anywhere close. For me, I'm going to go for Rock versus Cena. I mean, the match itself wasn't actually that good, but the Undertaker and CM Punk build towards that match was actually pretty piss poor. I mean, a lot of people thought Punk... I don't really know about this one. I want to say Undertaker and CM Punk, but I think The Rock and John Cena... I don't know. It's actually quite a hard one. I think you guys will have to comment on that one. But insult of the year. Zeb Coulter offending the WWE Universe. What? Paul Heyman disowns CM Punk. Meh. Seth McMahon degrades Big Show. Meh. Nobody really cared about that. I'll have to go with AJ Lee disses the Total Divas on Raw. LOL moment of the year. The Rock concert, Vicky Guerrero getting fired. She's now on SmackDown, so it doesn't really matter. Titus O'Neil throws up. It was on SmackDown. Who gives a fuck? The Great Khali and Jinder Mahal charm Santina Morella's Cobra. I think The Rock's winning this one. I mean, simply because it is The Rock. I mean, none of these even come close to that. I mean, the Great Khali one was funny, but it doesn't even come close. The Shield triple powerbombs The Undertaker. Ryback spears John Cena through the LED light board. CM Punk exacts vengeance on Paul Heyman at Hell in a Cell. The Wyatt family crushed Kane at SummerSlam. The Wyatt family crushing Kane at SummerSlam was absolutely awful. Nobody even reacted to that, and it didn't even look believable at all. Hell in a Cell was a pretty piss-poor pay-per-view, and nobody cared about the feud at all after that. Ryback spearing John Cena through the LED board. I mean, it was just an excuse to create another match. We've seen it before. I think the Shield triple power bombing Undertaker was a big moment in WWE. It put over the Shield very, very well. It was on SmackDown. It made a huge impact. It put out Undertaker, one of the biggest stars in the WWE, who's 21-0 at WrestleMania. They've got to win that. And it could put over Roman Reigns a lot because he's obviously the guy that's getting the push at the moment. Fan participation of the year. It's either got to be Yes, Yes, Yes or Fandangoing. I think they ran out of ideas with the What's Up and Let's Go Cena and Cena Sucks nomination. But I think ever since Fandango got the Fandangoing, he hasn't really done a lot. Daniel Bryan's used that to get even more of a bigger star. So for me, the Yes, Yes, Yes has got to win. So that's my prediction, guys. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Sorry if it's been slightly long and I was a bit slow at getting my awards out there. But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you have enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the Slammy Awards. And goodbye.